Kia ora.
Kia ora.
It's Te Reo Māori week. Could you do a
what?
Like an introduction for us?
Oh, you just put me on the spot.
I have put you on the spot.
I don't know really how to say anything.
I have the
apart from
excuse
who I
that
am.
I'm an Aussie and haven't been here long enough, but that's not really an excuse. I actually have it on paper, but
I can say kia ora ko Jill ho. Hello, my name's Jill.
So I could say kia ora ko Kylie.
Aho.
Aho.
Yeah.
So Aho is my name.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know like ko Kira Te Awa.
That's your
my
river.
Mountain.
Awa is
I got I'm
your
not doing
your monga is
Monga.
your mountain. Yeah.
Ko Kira
Te monga.
Te monga and ko Sydney Harbour Te Awa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a little bit of Te Reo Māori. It's Te Reo Māori week here, which is the language of the native
Indigenous people.
Indigenous people. Yeah.
So
The Maori.
the tangata whenua.
Tangata whenua.
Yeah, the people of the land.
People of the land.
Yeah.
We are Pakiha.
Yeah, we are.
White people.
Yeah.
And so it's Te Reo Māori is actually a language here in New Zealand.
It's
our third language.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And at risk as well, because obviously with colonisation, one of the things is get rid of the language, take the land, and take the beliefs. So they took a lot of, Whitey took a lot of stuff.
Those damn Pakihas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Brits.
The Brits, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Lots to answer for around the world.
Anyway, so that's just my little Te Reo Māori week, because I think it's really important.
I found that this is a Green Party politician who on Instagram is doing phrases, Te Reo phrases this week out of his favourite sci-fi movies.
Oh, cool.
So he was doing Live Long and Prosper and things.
Oh,
yeah.
awesome.
Which I tried to memorise last night and I've forgotten.
Oh well.
Otherwise I would have done it.
Never mind. Anyway, I'm Kylie,
Yeah.
Crafty Mama on Instagram and Ravelry.
Jill Tiana Yarn on Instagram and Ravelry.
And this is actually a knitting podcast, not a Te Reo Māori podcast.
Which you'll be very grateful for since our pronunciation is not that good.
Especially because I've got a twang.
And I have Yorkshire vowels.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, which I fight with when I try and do my Te Reo.
Yeah.
Although my sister does it really well and she has the same Yorkshire vowels.
Interesting. Yeah. I find it really hard from an Aussie twang. It's very, very different, and especially because like the Aboriginal speak pronunciation is very as you read it,
right?
You know, whereas Te Reo is quite different. Like you have to know what the macrons mean and how to pronounce them, and I'm not good at that, so I'm working on it.
Yeah, me too. I've done and Andrew and I did a Te Reo course, so we've got our level 1 and level 2, but you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we're practicing. So this week we're trying to add different words in. Yeah. So we had our the araha mai, which is sorry. Yeah, like if you butt in with somebody, araha mai.
Araha mai. I like that.
Yeah. That was our phrase the other day.
Araha mai.
So I'm on my way home to Tauranga in Auckland this week with my mahi, my work.
Yeah.
There you go. I think that's about all of my Te Reo now.
And I don't know what husband is. What is husband?
I don't know either.
But my whānau, my family, has been without my husband this week. And do you know birthday?
No.
I don't know birthday either. We're really showing our gaps here.
Maybe not. Don't ask anymore.
Okay, let's not. Unless I know it.
Okay.
Deal. My son turned 13 yesterday, so I have a teenager.
And a teenage boy as well.
A teenage boy. Yeah. He's already started eating us out of house and home, so that's not going to be anything new there. But the attitude, yeah, his ears are definitely painted on. We were in the car yesterday and I was talking about my sister. My sister is in the south of France at the moment.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I know, right?
Nice.
So I'm like, oh yeah, Auntie Sarah and Uncle Jack and Ollie are in the south of France at the moment. He was like, oh, what about Auntie Sarah? It's like,
yeah, you didn't hear.
your ears are painted on. Yeah, it's that sort of stuff that I'm now dealing with. He just actually doesn't listen.
Excellent.
But no, we had a fun day. We had he got rollerblades for his birthday, inline skates, and he's out there somewhere in the community right now on his blades, and we could have some interruptions this afternoon, so apologies if we do, but we might.
As they come in and go.
As they come and go, yeah. Yep. And the dog's in the other room, so you won't hear the dog. Yes. Amazing.
Unless
I just heard her, but I don't think we'll hear it on the
unless she decides to pop in and have a visit.
She's pretty tired. She had a doggy daycare day already this week, so she's pretty knackered. Yeah, she'll be right. So what?
I was gonna say, what are you knitting?
Oh, what am I knitting? Oh, do you know what? I'm just so brain dead this week. I've just been working on my faded. Oh, it's actually that's the right side. Well, it's the Māori. Is it So Faded, Cardi?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Anyway, actually, Marina from Strawberry Patches, thank you, tagged us on Instagram because this is actually her yarn. Yeah. That purple, it's gorgeous. Purple. Yeah. And then that's from Purple Sprouting, Paula, and that one is a Ching yarn from which I purchased from Little Woolly Makes back when I was in Melbourne. So there you go. That's just all I'm working on.
So my knitting and crochet didn't go anywhere.
Oh.
I think I need to rethink it. Like I really want to do it, but I need to be. Yeah, I need to rethink it. I think I also need one of those, the hooks with the
really long cable.
Yeah, because the stick one is annoying.
Do you know what? As much as I hate AliExpress. Check out AliExpress. Because the thing is that if it's something you love and you'll do long term, then you can invest in some better stuff eventually. But to get started, you don't really want to outlay much.
Or I might just go and buy one.
Or you could just go and buy one. Well, you've got Tauranga Knitting Centre.
Yeah,
so
that's
you
what I was thinking. I'll go and have a look there. And
You're
see
so
what
lucky with that, hey?
Yeah. Well, you've got a new yarn shop I hear in Papakura.
It's not new.
Oh.
It's been there for ages, and it's just a couple of people in our group have just discovered it. So they've been promoting it on our socials. That is looking very cool.
I'm only knitting one thing. I finished, so my projects I brought with me, I've brought the back and forth shawl I'm just doing. I did about 3 lines, so I didn't bring that in. I've done my shift. Finished that one.
Oh.
But it needs blocking and stuff, but I'll show you that later.
Oh, good.
And then I needed something for the days of meetings that I've been attending. So my earth, is what you call it?
It's just earth yarn, isn't it?
Earth. I thought it had to have as earth.
Because it's like EARTH.
No,
you. I said E, but I meant you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Earth.
I knew what it meant in my brain. I was imagining a U.
Yeah.
Yeah. Earth yarn.
Yeah. Earth yarn. Okay. Earth.
ER. URTH. ETH.
Earth.
I've always said Earth.
URTH.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's that. That's the yarn prettiness.
And then because it's unique, isn't it? That's what they call it. Unique sock, but it's spelled U, not E.
Unique. Neek.
Neek.
Yeah.
Yeah, unique. So I think they just play with like
words.
With letters and make it look like. So it's a word, but it just is spelt differently. I think they just challenge spelling.
Okay.
That's my theory.
anyway, this was pretty. It's really pretty. This is where I've got to so far. Now, this is going to be my second pair of long socks. I did finish a pair of long socks, and I fixed the pair of long socks that I had done wrong.
Instead of ripping them back.
Much to my shock and your shock when I told you.
Probably something I was rubbing off, maybe?
Maybe. What I did notice with my long socks, I did 60 stitches on those ones, and which I'll show you later. But they're just about this much too short, so they don't come up to the crack in my leg, my knee, under my knee.
Your leg crease, your knee crease. I would call it the crease.
Yeah, okay.
The bendy bit.
The bendy.
It's been a week, guys.
Oh my gosh. This is overtired.
Yeah.
So I thought I would plump up the amount of yarn I had by doing contesting toes and heels.
Excellent idea.
This is Blue Faced Leicester from Paula. Yeah, from
so I know Paula's got BFL now.
Yeah. So it's one of her minis.
Yeah.
That I got in a set. So I thought that's quite good because there's pink in there. And you might not be able to see, but it does match quite well.
Yeah.
That there.
We've just got the afternoon sun, just a very little amount of light. We can put a light on if we need to.
Yeah. So I think that's not too bad. That's my 2 days of
2 days. That's
2 days
really
of
awesome.
meetings. Yeah, that's not too bad. I did actually have to do some other things. I didn't constantly knit on them.
Now this actually comes as 2 balls, doesn't it?
It
Two
does.
identical balls.
Yeah.
Awesome. I saw something on because when you knit 2 at a time, sometimes you're knitting from the outside and the inside, and then you can get all tangled up. And then there's the option of dividing your ball into 2.
Yeah.
Which is always a good option, but I don't like that option because then you can end up with 2 small balls, right?
Yeah.
I know you're going to finish it all, but anyway.
Yeah.
I saw on Crazy Sock Lady.
Yeah.
She knits 2 different socks at a time.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen. Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I'm sure that Tracy's done that sometimes too.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen, it's the first time I've seen it, and I was like, mind blown. And you know what I was thinking was that you could have one sock that you've already done the first sock of, so you've got second sock syndrome, but then you've got a brand new sock, so you could always be doing a second and a first sock, and then you wouldn't get second sock syndrome.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't really. I didn't get that.
So for example,
yeah,
I've finished this sock.
Yes.
And now I've got to start the second sock, and I'm like, ho-hum, second sock, right? But I can knit a new sock with it at the same time from 2 different balls on your...
Oh, 2 at a time.
2 at a time.
Okay, got ya.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh,
So then, yeah, I know. I'm like, this...
That would be fun.
That defeats second sock syndrome, right?
Or you just do 2 at a time to begin with.
Well, yeah.
Then you do...
But then you've got the issue of pulling from the outside or the inside, or having to split the ball.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just something else to think about.
Is that what you're going to try?
Maybe I will.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You normally do 2 at a time.
No, I only do 1 at a time because I'm on DPMs.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually solve anything for me. But I just think it was just like an interesting mind-blown
moment. Yeah.
So anyway, so that's my finished object, and it's not even a finished object.
Yeah, it's finished.
Well, I have finished 1 sock. I finished that in a meeting today.
I like the colours.
They're beautiful, aren't
they?
It's just a basic opal sock. It's for
really nice.
For my son. Yeah, he likes green.
Yeah, I like
so
the green,
yeah. And I actually thought he might have been like, got purple, but he just doesn't care. So, something I did do differently, because it was just a boring vanilla sock, I did a twisted rib.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like a twisted rib.
I was starting and I was like, I'm going to do a twisted rib because I do this whole thing continental, but then when it comes to the ribbing, I always do that English. because I hate doing purling continental. So I'm like, if I'm doing it English anyway, I can do a twisted rib. So that got me through the ribbing because I hate ribbing. But it looks really pronounced and beautiful.
It does. I think because ribbon does look tidy, but I think there's twisted rib looks even tidier.
Yeah, well, you can compare it. So just as a comparison, you can just look at the inside, which is reverse twisted rib, I suppose, but it's just a bit, it's fine, but that really pops.
It does.
Yeah. So there we go. I was really happy with that. Yep. So I'll start on that second sock.
Where's my socks? Shall I show my socks?
So cool.
These are
I
my
think
socks.
you have to display that on your arm. I'll take one. How about I take one and put it on the sock blocker?
I'm actually putting it on my arm.
Yeah, good. They're sparkly, guys.
I don't know how do you do your foot bit? I'm sticking my thumb like that. That's a weird foot.
You almost need to like scrunch it.
Yes.
I guess you could do that.
You could. It's very 80s. Glitter and scrunching. Satchy sock.
Oh, look at that, guys.
You can see the glitter. That's cool.
So glittery.
West Yorkshire Spinners, last year's Christmas one. I did 60 stitches, and somewhere at the back I've increased 3 times by 2 stitches.
Oh,
so
just randomly?
Yeah, I increased. I did it every 10 rows or something.
there you go.
But
That's how you show it.
Oh.
Haha, we figured it out. And just don't show that bit.
Yeah. So I increased 3 times, so 6 stitches, and I kept trying it on to make sure it fitted. It was fine. I don't normally do, as I was saying with my other ones, I don't normally do 60 stitches, so I've gone for 56 on my other ones to make, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be longer.
And that's what you normally do, 56.
Yeah.
Why did you go with 60?
Well, because the one before it seemed to be a bit tighter.
And were they this yarn?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
What was the yarn
I'm
before?
unsure. I'm unsure.
What was your last pair?
It was I think it might have been an opal.
Because
did.
it differs in thickness. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
actual yarn thickness and size.
But these aren't.
Were you stressed knitting the other ones and knitting really tight?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, and I did extra long rib.
So they'll stay up.
Yeah, to stay up. And this is where I stuffed up and I've had to cut things and do things, which
We've all been there.
I haven't weaved in. I thought, well, they're going to be under my frock anyway. No one's going to see.
Yeah.
No one's going to ever see the top of these socks. But I had cast them off too tight. So they were cutting off my circulation. Last weekend, I fixed them.
Did you do it while you were away? Oh no, last weekend wasn't.
Last weekend, it was a weekend before we were away.
That's how quick this week's gone.
Yeah, I have.
Wait, I have to admit, when you messaged me about Friday, I'm like, didn't we just do it for a podcast? Wasn't that just last weekend?
It was the weekend
before. Yeah.
Yes.
They look really great.
The most impressive, I had two things I'm really impressed with myself about.
Good.
I finished them as I said I would, use all of the yarn, and when I stuffed up, rather than just go, doesn't matter, I fixed them.
Well done. And you'll wear them more because of that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. I haven't washed them yet, but yeah, that's the thing.
I still haven't washed my sweater that
But I can see it.
Yeah, it's sitting over there. It was a really nice weekend to wash last weekend too. I was having a lazy weekend. Didn't do anything.
That's all right.
I have actually kind of sort of one more finished thing. I've done a massive stack of, that's probably the nicest side, massive stack of granny squares. This is my It's just a plain granny square. There's nothing fancy about these granny squares. They're just 8 rounds, 3.5 mil hook, I think. I don't even know. I could look it up on Ravelry. They are Tolkien. They're the middle. It's the Middle Earth minis sets from Giddy Yarns in Scotland. And I've got January from The Hobbit, and then I've got February, March coming with my next one because I didn't sign up until March, and then I've got April, May, June done. Yeah. So the next lot gets shipped April, May, June. That sounds right. Yeah. So the next lot will get shipped July, August, September. At the end of this month, she will have done them. So yeah, so that's done, and I can just pop that aside till the next lot comes. So that's actually like
you finished for now.
I finished, yeah. So
you've done as much as you can.
I can't do anything else until it comes. So that's kind of cool. It was good to just kind of go, done. And I did little magic squares out of the leftovers from each club, if you like. Yeah. I think last time I had finished, I'd kept going and finished a square. I actually decided to rip that back, and I've just got just the leftovers from one like month worth, so that I end up with 6 times 12, because otherwise I was going to have a weird number at the end. Yeah. So I just decided, nah, bugger it, I'm going to rip that out, fix it up. I had to undo like one square. And yeah, I'm going to do go around each square in one colour. And yeah, that's it. So I'll just finish those ones that aren't complete with that colour. Yeah.
Cool.
That's it.
I have another thing that I fixed.
Just fixed 2 things.
I fixed 2 things. This is my rift, which is a Jackie.
It's beautiful.
Jacqueline
Sislak?
Yes.
Sislak? Oh, I've lost my phone. Here it is.
Is that yours over there?
No, that's my children's phones. I know.
That's it.
Sislak. Yeah. Jacqueline Sislak. Yeah, she's the author of the Pom Pom Embody. So she's a larger lady and has made designed for larger ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah. As in not twigs.
Yeah.
Which most people aren't. And it's got
I finished this. Yeah, it's all hand spun.
It's beautiful.
So I finished this, and I did do it longer on the sides than the pattern said. But then when I put it on, the back was still too short, and it kind of went, weird. So after discussing with my knitting friends the best way to do it, fighting with grafting and Kitchener stitch,
I suggested to just cut it off and then Kitchener, and that wasn't a good idea.
No, it wasn't.
Jill.
I tried, and I was cursing you.
Sorry about that. That was the way I would do it, but
in the end,
I like Kitchener.
Yeah, in the end, I just took the rib off, and then just went that way again. So because it was bottom up, not top down. Yeah,
that was the issue. Yeah. So what have we learned? Knit top down.
Yeah, or if you're doing bottom up, I think the fitting, you just have to be really careful when you do the side, like how long it is.
One of the best ways is to actually
like even when I put it on,
but to actually try it up against
Yeah,
something you already have. Oh, and it's still.
But it's a different shape, so it kind of sat different on, and it was especially around the back bit. It was
interesting.
Yeah, so anyway, all my hand spun, mostly Lynn's stuff from Fibre to Go. There is
and you've striped it.
Yeah, Hakanui stuff.
This stuff from Lynn, the really bright stuff, is just so nice. It's not really showing. Oh, here's the pop. Can I turn it around?
Yeah.
Show the pop. This They're so cool. It's kind of coming up yellow, but they're, oh, this is what I'm talking about, this green.
Yeah, it's quite limey.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like it. And it's just, I've not worn it yet though.
Is that a 3 needle bind off?
It is.
It looks really neat and beautiful.
Thanks.
This gives a huge amount of structure too.
Yes, that's what she said. And then it's got like a thing all the way around the inside of it. So it's got like this long like
ribbing section.
Yeah.
That would have kept it interesting when you were knitting too.
Yeah.
I would have probably ended up knitting when I shouldn't have.
I think this one had twisted.
Oh, twisted rib.
Yeah, I didn't do. I forgot when I did the bottom.
Oh, that looks so beautiful though. Look at those colours. Am I capturing it? Yeah.
So when I did the cuffs all in one colour, and then I did the bottom in the other colour that I was using to stripe because I didn't want that bright down the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very smart.
But what I have noticed is obviously this was the beginning of the ball, and it's not as soft. So it's a bit overspun.
It'll soften up when you wash it.
I haven't washed it again since I've done this. But yes, I do quite like it. Quite fun.
It's really nice. It's nice that it's bright but muted. I kind of like that. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Whereas if it had been all bright, which is what I would have done, it might have been a bit much. And I sometimes am a bit much.
No. You can get away with it, doesn't matter.
I just don't care.
Yeah, there you go. Talking of tops, what are you wearing at the moment?
Oh, this is my, now I'm going to make me think. Water Verf, I think it is, by Alpha Knits. It was a test knit I did a couple of years ago. And this is called a contiguous.
Yeah.
And it's got that structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that this morning. These are the sorts of things I think about when I drive to work. What do you think about? But I was thinking about how I've got some hot pink yarn and I want to do a cardigan, and I've picked out a pattern, but I'm not sure if it's got a contiguous cast on, because this gives such good structure that I might have to change the pattern to have a contiguous, because I really like it. I think it sits really nicely on my shoulders, because I have quite like, I don't have big shoulders.
Yeah, same. I have really narrow shoulders.
Yeah, really narrow shoulders, and things can just kind of fall off me. So that contiguous shoulder is really important. But I'll stand up to show you. It's a
Stand pick. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, it's got all of this
Pretty lace.
Yeah, what's that called? That zigzaggy.
It's
feather and fan. It's feather and fan, and
feather and fan.
Feather and fan. Yeah, feather and fan, and it was quite an effort. And the yarn is from Circus Tonic in Australia, and it's a lovely length.
It's really nice.
So nice for this time of year. Yeah, it was a set of 4. It was a gradient kit that I bought, and it was when she was going around Australia with her family. She stopped dyeing for a bit, and she had this set, and it was really cheap, so I bought it. Yeah. And I just assumed they were 100-gram skeins, and they were not. They were like weird amounts, like 60 to 70 grams, and so then I actually had to add in 1 more skein. But you can't even tell.
No, that's really cool.
I did really well with that.
You did.
I'll take it.
I can't remember what this is called. Do you have access to my project?
I totally do. You can talk about it.
Okay, should I talk about this first?
Yeah, do that. Yeah, because you know what that is.
I do. So this is The Shift by Andrea Maori, and I finished it, but I haven't blocked it or sewn it up. So I've mostly finished it. This was the one I started the other week.
So nice.
Yeah.
Hold it up closer. Those colours are just so gorgeous.
So that was Bertie and In Too Deep.
In Too Deep.
Yeah, both of them
and
are
do you
the
sew
deluxe.
This up? Is that the idea?
Yeah, it sews up like that. Sews up at the back.
Yeah.
So then you can...
Is there a reason it can't be knit in the round?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Well, it doesn't match at the back, does it?
You could. Do decreasing. Anyway, sorry, that's just, I hate joining.
So I got halfway through and realised I'd done it wrong.
Oh.
I missed the I-cord around the outside.
Oh.
So I just did is it an applied one? We just stick it on afterwards.
Yeah.
So I just did that.
I actually really like the applied I-cord because it's done in that gorgeous colour.
I did one in that colour and I did one in the other
The
colour.
other one, yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't match on each side, but one in each one of each.
That's nice.
Really, really like this. And as always, the you know, the yarn's beautiful and it's soft and gorgeous and amazing and pretty cool colours.
Those colours are gorgeous. Yeah.
I did more repeats than necessary because I'd done, remember, smaller needles and
that's
the
right,
yarn.
because it's made for a sport weight and that's
and
fingering weight.
Yeah, and a big needles, and I did mine fingering the smaller needles. So I did like an extra 3, I think, repeats. Still have yarn left over.
You could make socks.
I could. Since it is a deluxe sock.
Oh, is it actually sock yarn?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that'd be really awesome. Have you got 70 grams left?
Probably.
You could do what I would do. What I would do is I would do one sock with one colour, cuff, heel, toe, and then do the swap for the other one.
So you'd have one plain and one really bright.
Yeah. But they'd be the same. But matchy, same, matchy.
I was thinking maybe stripe them.
You could do that.
Or a bit of colour work.
Ooh, just like that. Just do that.
Or just slip stitching.
Yeah, then they could be matchy.
Match.
You could do a hat.
I don't wear hats.
Oh, okay, don't do that then. Do socks.
Well, I like to wear hats, but my head
You like the idea of hats.
Yeah, I do.
I like the idea of hats too. I can tell you last week at soccer, I wish I had taken one because I froze my ass off.
Yeah.
It was so cold.
It's been cold this week, actually.
I was sitting in the sun. It was a gorgeous sun. Oh, no, it wasn't. It drizzled. It was like flashes of beautiful sun and it was still cold. And it's spring. It shouldn't be cold in the sun.
No.
So this pattern.
This is my hat.
It's the how towel.
So you say the vowels as they
Hua, towel. Hua towel hat.
Yeah. So Francis.
Oh, Francis Dano. Yeah.
Yeah. I called my hat kakariki because it's bright green.
Ah, right. Hua towel.
Yeah.
Hua
I think
towel.
it means oh gosh.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, Māori decoration with the
It's
Māori.
gorgeous.
So it's my hand spun anyway. So I had this bright green, and I've had it for quite a while. It is
Graceful.
Graceful. That's it.
Hua towel.
Graceful.
Hua towel.
And it's it's just a really kind of nice, not lacy, but not like bold pattern on it. So it's
beautiful.
Just, yeah,
It's graceful.
it is graceful. The yarn is I think it's 30% silk and merino, that it's hand spun, and it was dyed by Heavenly Wool.
It's really, really gorgeous, guys. I was actually just before we started podcasting, I was saying it's like really amazing hand spun. It's beautiful. See, you could totally pull that off.
Yeah, that's
You've got a fringe which makes it easier for you to wear hats, I reckon.
It doesn't really have fringe. I made it smaller than it said because I read all of the comments and they said it's quite slouchy, and the brim was quite wide. So I did cast on a lot less stitches than she said. I can't remember how many. And yeah, I quite like the slouch.
It's good.
But yeah, I probably won't keep it.
Is that going to be a gift?
Yeah, I'll pop it into my box of gifts, and I'm at them. Then I did cast on some mittens in the same. So but
nice.
There are top down hand spun mittens.
Top down, interesting. Ah.
So you cast on kind of like a sock.
Oh,
Toe
okay.
up sock.
Oh, right. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So I'm doing those with them. I got to about there and then I got bored. So they're just sitting there now.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I am not one to judge at the moment. I am barely knitting. Oh my god, she's finished something, guys.
Oh no.
You finished this a while ago, didn't you? No?
I finished one.
I'm going to put one on.
I'm going to put them both on.
Oh,
Oh, do you want to put one on?
I was going to put one on. I want to see how they fit me. Is this the right one?
Doesn't matter, I don't think. So yeah, I finished one a long time ago, and then you know that whole fingers thing.
That yarn is gorgeous.
So these will go into my.
I really like this, the rolled
Yeah.
end. That's really cool because you could roll it up. That's
Yes.
always an issue for me with my watch because I've got a big old chunky watch.
Okay, yeah.
I have considered making mitts with a hole in them
Oh yeah.
for my watch
Good
so that
idea.
I can, but that one I could just zoop, roll it up.
It is a made-up pattern.
You're amazing.
So I just cast on some stitches and did the thing and did a thumb gusset, and then learning from Tracy, who said to do, you know, the extra lines
Yep.
for the fingers. So,
Yep.
you know, you do your little finger first, then you do a couple more rows because these fingers start a bit higher up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nice.
so I did that.
They're gorgeous.
And I did, as I say, I did one and then had to take quite a break before finishing the fingers of another. But they're done.
They're beautiful. That yarn's gorgeous. I did some hand spinning on a wheel.
Ooh, how did that work for your ankle?
So I used my traditional wheel with
Just one.
just one treadle, and I've just been using my good ankle. Use that term very loosely. I have been doing all my physio exercises on both ankles so that I'm staying nice and even. But yes, after our purchases last time that we showed you, we both bought more after that. We both bought more from Lynn.
Yes.
Fibre to go. So I've spun almost a whole bat.
That's
So
beautiful.
this was. I'm not going to take the whole thing out, but
No.
if you check out my Instagram,
Yeah, you did. I saw it.
I
That's
did a
cool.
video. Oh my god, it's so sparkly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the big strips of silk in there.
Yeah, there's big strips of silk. So that's just, I couldn't get the whole thing on one bobbin. So I just last night started a new bobbin. But yeah.
It's really pretty. It's like raspberries.
Yeah, yeah, and it's actually like, it's hard to see in this light, but
Sparklies.
it's darker there. Than it's
Oh,
gone from dark to light, and it's even darker and deeper inside.
Wow.
So it's a gradient. So they're two different bats, but I was like, I couldn't leave them because that's who I
Are you
am.
going to apply them together?
That was originally what I was going to do, right? But I watched a video from Jillian Eve. Have you seen her? She's an amazing spinner in particular. She focuses on her spinning, but she likes to do videos that are like often very specific. And this video that I watched, she does weaving too. And she did one where she did two singles in different directions. And you use one direction for the weft and one direction for the warp.
And what happened?
And because that's like somewhere she read somewhere that that's what you do, and it produces a more balanced weave.
Wow.
So I'm gonna experiment. Yeah, I'm gonna do singles in one direction and in the other direction and weave it
So
together.
are you going to give them a bath before? You're just going to take it off there and weave straight with
No,
them?
no, I'll give them a bath.
Yeah.
I'm not going to like weight them down or anything, but I will just give them a wee bath and then weave with them.
Cool.
So I just thought that would be a fun experiment to actually see and then compare it to another. But yeah, it's quite nippy. It's quite a rustic yarn that I've gotten from it. I'll be honest, I wasn't trying very hard to like make it really even.
No, same as I did. I just let the bobbles go. I
Yeah,
really
just,
like it.
just let it do its thing, and it's definitely a more rustic bat, more nips. Yeah, so that's it. That's my plan. So watch this space. I've nearly spun one bat, so I might even have a woven product by this time next time.
Wow.
This next time.
I've done both of mine. Oh my god, I sound
It
like
looks
such
amazing.
all my finish. I'm
I
such an
know.
overachiever this week.
Do you know, I was watching, I make it sound like all I do is watch podcasts. I was watching the new Westnitz podcast yesterday, and he was saying how he loves it when all the stars align and you have all these whips, and then one week you finish all the things.
Oh, I know.
And he was like, and the theory behind that is you just keep casting things on, and eventually things get to the same point.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's like I finished quite a few things at once. The hat I cast on and finished because I needed something different. It was a little palette cleanser.
Palette cleanser, like a palette cleanser.
Yeah. And after I'd finished my rift, I wanted to do something again with my hand spun. And I've also done something else with my hand spun.
Did you bring it?
No, I didn't. It's in a box. So
I didn't see anything else.
I've got a big box of hand spun that I'm not quite sure about, or the colours aren't quite right. So I'm making I've upsized the norwesterly.
Oh, cool.
Is it norwesterly or norwesterly?
There's
the blanket.
two.
The knitted blanket.
One goes one way and one goes the other.
Oh well.
So it could be either.
It's one of those.
Yep.
Okay, I'm doing it so it's like that.
Yeah, but I think one you knit that way and one you knit that way. They all go up and down.
Oh.
Anyway, it's not
about how you put them together?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
It's not important.
It's not. I'm holding 2 hand spun together and knitting them on a size 6.
Oh, that'd be super chunky.
So it's quite, yeah. And so they're each
wow, that
panel,
wide.
it's about that wide.
Wow.
Yeah, about that
That's
wide.
huge.
So yeah, supersized it. So I cast that on last weekend. So that's my, if I need to just do something a bit different and I want to play with my hand spun, that's sitting there next to my little chair at home. Yeah, and I think I've done about this much. Cool. Of the first one.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's that. And my spinning.
It's really pretty, guys.
Yeah. So this is my 2 bats I got from Lynn. Lots of blues and.
Because you did one bat while you were there.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then after we podcasted, you purchased another.
I did.
And then you took it home and spun it.
I did. Because I think I got 420 meters. There's a little bit of paper there.
And what weight would you say it is?
Depends which bit you look at.
Okay. So a sport to DK maybe?
Well, I think that's fingering there.
Oh wow, there you go.
Probably fingering through to DK.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more.
There's a little bit of worsted over there, I think.
Yeah, so it's a thick and thin yarn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 420 meters I got from it, which is, I think, a decent amount.
Do you know what you're going to do with it?
Well, I have some ideas, but nothing concrete. And I was thinking something by itself.
Okay.
But I don't know yet. It'll sit and be looked at for a little while.
It'd be really nice just as a simple triangular shawl or something. Yeah.
It's quite a bit of. There's lots of bits like this with like strings of glitter, and I don't know if you can see that, but there's like quite big blobs of glitter through it. There's another bit there. See that one? Yeah,
mine has got lots of blobs in it too. Yeah,
it's pretty.
It's a fun spin.
Yeah. And now I was like, oh, I really enjoyed that, but I want to wait until October now for us spinning. First week in October.
Because we're doing the spin, what is it called? Spin
together or
Spin
something?
Together. Yep, and there's teams all over the world, and we're in the Tiny Studios, New Zealand team. So if you're around the world and you're part of the Spin Together,
So are we.
Hello. We're in the Kiwi team.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise. It's actually Australia, New Zealand, the Tiny Studio one, I think.
They've got them from. They've also got one from anywhere else in the world.
Yeah, okay.
The one we're in is a New Zealand one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just that you're Australian. You live in New Zealand.
No, but I for some reason I thought it was both.
Oh, okay. I'm
don't
pretty
know.
sure it's not. It's New
I don't
Zealand.
know. Yeah.
Aotearoa.
Aotearoa. Yeah. So
We're probably making people cringe with our pronunciation. Sorry.
probably.
Apologies. We try.
Is it better that we try?
I think it's okay if you try with like that you really are trying and you're not just giving it lip service.
Yeah.
That's what I've been told.
That's what I think. Yeah, which is certainly what I try to do.
Yeah.
I try.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're back to Tauranga tonight?
Yes, I am. Yes. And a couple of nights away. It's tiring being away, working all day, sleeping in a bed you're not used to. Yeah.
Just talking to people that you're not used to having to talk to.
Peopling all day. My team are very nice, but it's it's nice to say goodbye as well sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. And you don't feel properly rested at night.
No.
That's the thing. Yeah.
And you said, come stay here if you want.
I know, because it got late and stuff, and I say that, but I know she won't because she wants to go home to her own bed. I totally get it. Yeah. But I like her to know that there's always a spot here for her.
At least it's not dark yet, which is quite good. It'll be dark
It'll
when
be
I go
dark
home.
by the time you get home.
That's fine.
So I did have a bit of a purchase.
Oh, so did I, but I didn't bring it. I wasn't even going to talk about it.
Mine's not here either.
Okay, oh well.
Because it hasn't got here yet.
Mine did arrive.
What did you get?
I did an order from Yarn-On in Hamilton.
Oh, I totally forgot about their sale. Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you get?
I got some
Nice.
what did I get? Some creme key.
Oh, yep, the creme. Yeah.
Yeah. That really nice one. The single spun. I think a single spun.
Mm.
I got a ball of a skein of that. I got a skein of sock yarn. The something lights or Japan Tokyo.
Oh yes,
The ones that I really liked those.
You did. You loved that, and it looked beautiful. Yeah.
So that, and I can't remember who made that, but Tokyo, Tokyo Nights, maybe it's called. I can't remember. And I got a couple of bio yarn. So to do some colour work knits.
Nice. That'll be good.
Yeah. What was yours?
I bought a sock machine. Secondhand sock machine. Yeah.
Cool.
And I'm really excited.
I've been
telling myself for years, like ever since I found out there was such things as sock machines and then found out how much they cost. I've been telling myself that I don't need one.
But then you decided you did.
But then one came up on Trade Me, secondhand, and I got a bonus at work.
Great.
So yeah. It's still up. It's up in Northland. Got a friend picking it up for me. So
you'll be able to join the crank-in.
Yes,
hopefully.
We are going to have a crank-in. Yes, for Socktober we'll be having a crank-in. I'll be able to bring my cranking machine along.
Cool.
So yes, everyone's going to be getting socks for Christmas.
Brilliant.
Yep. No, and that's like kind of one of the things. I really do want to knit socks for all the family, and I just don't have the hours in the day. So I was like, that'll mean I can knit socks for people. And now that I have like knit a pair on my own with Sue's machine, I know that it's not as easy as it seems. Like it actually does require brain power. It's not just cranking.
Unless you're doing tubes.
If you're doing tubes, that's different. Yeah. But yeah, I'm really excited and I can't wait.
Cool.
Yeah. And you're excited too because you're going to borrow it.
I want to have a play.
Yeah.
I just want to make a tube. That's
just a tube. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it starts.
Yeah.
Trust me. Because I did the tube thing with Jane once. Her machine I did a tube on a couple of years ago. And now I've done proper socks.
That must be the next podcast then. 1st of
Maybe.
October. That
It
weekend.
is, yeah, that weekend.
It's 2 weeks away.
Yeah. So my in-laws will be here. So we will have to podcast. They're coming on the Sunday, so we'll have to podcast on Saturday. But yeah.
We can podcast at the Crankin.
Oh, it's actually been moved to the 8th.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So because Sue couldn't make it on the 1st.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, right. I see what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah.
So the only other thing I wanted to talk about, because you're not going to stop me talking about it for the next 6 weeks, is I've chosen my colours for my West knits. And I didn't buy anything.
And it's the same as you decided the other fortnight?
It is.
Oh, good.
So I can actually show you.
us.
It's over there. I have to get up.
Go.
It's been separated from my stash. So, my main colour inspiration, if you like, is this. This is called Coal for Christmas. And it's got greys and mustard and a bit of red and a bit of green. And it's by Maxi Moo Yarns, who is a dyer on the Mornington Peninsula where I used to live. I used to tutor this guy in maths. And so putting himself through uni, he's dyeing. So yeah, it's really cool. So he's a young man doing dyeing. It's just awesome. So I had 2 of them. So that's my main inspiration. And then I'm just going to pair it with some charcoaly black. It's actually not black, it's more charcoal.
Yeah. It's kind of a bit of a bluish tinge, looking from this direction today.
Maybe, yeah. It'll be interesting to see what happens. But
more charcoaly on there.
I think that there's going to be enough contrast there.
Yes, because the grey in here is a lot lighter.
It is, yeah. So if you can hold that, then my pop will be red. And it's a very special red. So this is like my Victorian shawl, because this is from Victoria. This is a Victorian hand dyer. This is from Bendigo Woolen Mills.
Yes.
And this is, I purchased this at Spendigo.
Scrumptious.
Scrumptious. It's a fibre spates.
It's very soft.
It's really soft. It's like so much silk, it's ridiculous. 45% silk, 55% superwash merino.
It's quite fluffy.
Yeah, it does peel a bit, and I know that because my shawl, my Star Flake mystery knit along, the main colour I used was, oh no, I lie. Not my Star Flake, it's just because I looked at my Star Flake over there. It was the one with all the neon in it. Anyway, I used this yarn, which I purchased from...
Somewhere in Victoria?
No, I actually got it here. This one is from, I purchased this at Bendigo.
Okay.
Well, at Spendigo.
Right.
That's why it's Victorian. It's actually an American yarn.
Okay.
So I got it at the one that's in town. What's that one? Not Lupine.
Oh, down the bottom, the moved.
Yeah, Knit and Stitch. I bought it from Knit and Stitch during lockdown last year. Last year? It's the year before. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It peels a bit. I'm okay with that. Yeah. So I've decided, and I haven't spent a cent. So I'm
you
really
said
happy.
we're not allowed to talk. What did you say? Something about 6 weeks. So is it 6 weeks before it starts, or it starts and it's going to take 6 weeks? It
takes 4 weeks. That's if I knit it in 4 weeks, and it doesn't start until I think it's October 6th. So it's in about 2 weeks it starts, and then 4 weeks. And so yes, I'm going to be talking about it for 6 weeks. And I think that's maybe why I'm in a bit of a slump of my knitting. I'm like hanging for the mystery knit along. I've already chosen the colours. Like I'm not even, yeah. I am doing the mystery gnome. There's a mystery gnome at the moment. I'm not even really that thrilled about it. I'm just doing it. I didn't even bring it. I'll show it next time when it's done. It's just leftover yarns. We've got a visitor. Here she is. She likes to visit when Jill comes. There we go. Say hello. There we go. She didn't snore today.
I did hear her before.
Oh,
But
did
she
you?
was in the other room. Yeah.
She's loud.
Yeah.
She's my baby.
So Miss Gina Long. I need to go home and think about other things to cast on. Now I've finished this thing.
So you've got just those socks. That's all you've got on your needles.
And that shawl and my blanket. And
Your blanket, yeah.
My scissors and crochet.
and. So you need to cast something else on.
Yeah.
I get you. Maybe I should cast something else on.
Yeah. So they're little for a couple of weeks.
Maybe. I have to pick up my Ms. Serena and finish that off. That's something that I'm going to do because it's that season now. So, yeah. She's my baby. Yep.
Cool. Let's see. Children
I just
arriving.
got a child.
Dogs
so
arriving. It's dinner
it's
time.
obviously time to go. It's time for me to deal with my familiar. Is that the word? My whānau. I've got to deal with my whānau.
Yeah.
Fluffy and not fluffy whānau. Yeah.
Shall we say farewell? So you can say good night, which is Pomarie.
Pomarie.
Or say see you later.
Ka kite.
Ka kite.
Yeah.
If you're saying it to one person, you say matiwa, so see you soon.
Oh, matiwa. There we go. I've learnt matiwa. Okay. Well, we say ka kite.
Yeah. Ka kite ano.
Ka kite ano, which is...
I think it's see you later.
Oh, see you later to lots of people, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, ka kite ano. Yeah, excellent.
There we go.
Ka kite ano.
Ka kite ano.
And we should say that.
Oh, okay.
When we
should.
leave.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, not
Rather than
ka
just
kite. Yeah, ka kite ano.
Yeah.
It's a bit more formal, probably.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah. And thank you. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
And ka kite ano.
Ka kite ano.